Good morning, Unity of Louisville. I'm Jody. Elsa's joining me song leading today. We've got Connie on piano, Rob on drums, and Steve on bass. And we're so excited that John Gage is going to be doing the special music today. So we invite you to stand and sing our opening song with us. There's a reason for the sunshine and sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around you. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide. Embrace the healing when that love light shines all around us. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you know what I mean. It's the reason.
There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candlelights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder as it feels your face. You can't hold back.
Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Oh, let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. How you doing this morning? Woo! Good morning, Sandra. It's good to see you. Good to see all these smiling faces. Happy Memorial Day weekend. It's exciting, right? A lot of people down at the lake. Dave Frelick's down at my Airbnb property, the one last year. They're having a big time. He even stole my golf cart, and I've got pictures of it. They're having fun, so we miss you, Dave. So, yeah, what a great weekend to honor those who have served and have put their lives on the line for our company, for our country, in honor of peace. In honor of peace. We hold that vision for our country, for the war we're in now, and any potential in the future. And we know the truth that when we come back to the center, to that divine space, it is truly peace, not the chaos that we see in the world. I'm Reverend Bobby Kaiser, the senior minister here at Unity of Louisville, and it's just a blessing to have you here today. We've got a great service coming up, and we've got our beloved John Gage here joining us. And so we're super excited. Where's he at? He took off on us. But he's here, I promise. He's in the back. He's going to make a surprise entrance for us today. And so let us begin in prayer with our beloved Deanna. Thank you, Deanna.
First, I better use the microphone. Yes. All right, I'd like to light the candle to remind us in a physical way that the light of the divine shines within everything. And of course, including us. And next, I'd like to use the vibration bowl and allow yourself to get fully immersed in this vibration as it joins us in the feeling of divinity that vibrates within all of us. Deepen your breath. Put your feet flat on the floor. Bring your spine erect but not rigid. And start feeling that divinity revolving in your heart, revolving in your mind. Feel it solidly going through your body as a feeling of comfort, knowing that it's always there. When we think of comfort, we may think of a warm cup of tea by the fireplace, a comforting shoulder to cry on. We don't need those in the physical world as much as we need to remember that they are in our spiritual life, in our spiritual world. That feeling of comfort, knowing that we are divine, that divinity protects us and guides us, that God is real, and God is the law of good. Good, orderly direction, constantly moving us to the right place in the right time, giving us enough of the right answer, enough of the right feeling. That comfort makes us feel stable and strong. And no matter what is going on in the world, we know that God can handle it. Good, orderly direction. The law of good is always present. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself feel united with it. We send that feeling of comfort through our bodies and through our day and through our plans for the future with the knowledge and the gratitude that it's always there, and so it is.
Good morning. I have a small request. I want us to dedicate this service to the edification of each and every one of us here. And in so doing, I ask that you banish discord from your inner being and embrace harmony so that we may be unified in our worship of the Spirit. Once again, good morning. I'm Laird Ellis, and I serve as your service leader today. Welcome to Unity of Louisville, where our mission is empowering people to live a spiritual life. We do this through mindfulness, inclusivity, prosperity, and integrity. We invite you to listen and receive what resonates with you. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. If you're joining us online, this is a beautiful opportunity to click share so more people may experience this time of inspiration and connection. Behind Each service at Unity of Louisville is a community of hearts working together. Our message today will be delivered by our own Reverend Barbie Kaiser, and we are blessed with special music from John Gage. We also give thanks for our music team, hospitality team, audiovisual crew, readers, and every person who quietly supports the spirit of this service. Our prayer chaplains are here to pray with you after our service today. Would you please rise and they are wearing their blue prayer shawl. May we take a moment to appreciate the many hands and hearts that make this morning possible. The Women's Group is a vibrant and welcoming ministry that meets every Sunday from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the Edenside Room, led by Judy Schneider. Designed to connect and empower women on their spiritual journeys, this growing community offers a space where you can be encouraged, deepen your faith, and truly belong. Each gathering is filled with meaningful conversation, heartfelt prayer, and genuine connection. Whether sharing life's joys or navigating its challenges, women may come together to support one another in a spirit of compassion and authenticity. Through weekly meetings and special gatherings, members are inspired to grow spiritually, heal emotionally, and thrive together. The Women's Group continues to flourish, creating deeper relationships and welcoming new faces each week. All women are invited to come just as they are and experience the strength, connection, and beauty of walking this journey together. If you're with us for the first time this morning, we're so glad you've joined us. If you feel comfortable, please raise your hand as we'd like to share a small gift with you. A candle to remind you that the light of God already shines within you. And for our first-time friends online, just drop your name in the chat so we may celebrate you as well. You may always learn more about our community at unityoflouisville.org. Let us now turn to our neighbors and greet one another from our seats with a solid namaste greeting. I behold the Christ within you. At this time, Joni Perry will join me and will read the daily word, reminding us that Spirit unites us in unity.
Good morning. The daily word for Sunday, May 24th, is comforted. Secure in the love of the divine, I am comforted. Taking time to remember my loved ones who have passed and envisioning them alive in God brings me comfort and softens the edges of my sadness. When those who care about me reach out to offer me solace, I accept it as the love of God flowing through them. When I remember the good times I spent with my loved ones, my heart feels lighter as a smile crosses my lips. These tender moments remind me that God is always with me, even in times of grief. I need not shrink from the pain of loss or busy myself to avoid feeling it. Instead, I lean into the comforting love of God to see me through it. This love lifts me and soothes my aching heart. The power of God within gives me strength to persevere with courage and fortitude. As a mother comforts her child, so I will comfort you. You shall be comforted in Jerusalem. Isaiah 66:13.
We now enter a sacred time of meditation. As we sing our meditation song, a prayer chaplain will bring forward the prayer request.
I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I am home, I am home, I am one with the Spirit. I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will. I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord.
And so we continue in that meditative thought that I am at peace. I am at peace. I am one with the stillness, one with all that is. I am at peace. I invite you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. Noticing your breath. And I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I invite you to put your attention on your physical body, your mind, your neck, releasing and letting go any tension that lies in your shoulders, in your back, down into your trunk area, your thighs, and your legs. Grounding your feet on the floor, connected to that vibration that is Mother Earth. Noticing how when you put attention on your body and the release of those pains, those tensions, those stresses that don't serve us in this moment, we notice that I too am at peace. I am one with the stillness. And I dwell in the house of the Lord. This beautiful house called Unity of Louisville. invite you to use your power of imagination to go back to the very first time that you walked into Unity of Louisville. Maybe it was last week. Maybe it was 35 years ago. Just remember that moment when you walked in and the feeling that you felt. And now I invite you to just reminisce in your mind maybe the top 2 or 3 or maybe 4 or 5 most touching times here in this church, whether it was Brook Street or here at this location. What is it that made you feel safe, loved, connected, engaged? For me, it was Alan's face, greeting me as I walked in the door, welcoming me with a beautiful, anxious excitement of here's another person that has been called to Unity of Louisville. Perhaps you've shared that light also with someone else that you've brought to our church. Notice the proudness and how you feel to bring them into the message of the Charles and Myrtle Fillmore legacy. Way over 100 years. And you are that legacy. You are a part of that. You are it. Without you, it's not the same. The collective consciousness of this church and to know your place in it is perfect. And I'd like you to just take all those warm, connected feelings into your heart. I'm going to invite our prayer chaplains, oneness blessing givers, and energy workers to surround the room, to continue in that warm, loving, connected, engaged energy of our church, our community, and the world, holding love and light. Only the way that we can do here at Unity of Louisville. Decades and decades of legacy. And you are it. The offspring, the reincarnation, the truth. Let us take that into 2 minutes of silence. begin to bring our attention back to the room, we notice our hearts, how through silence, the power of imagination, and our willingness and strength to stay the course are all just simple powers that are ours to use every day in our life. And so we notice the physicality of our bodies, our fingers, our toes, acknowledging, yes, we are physically here. And at the same time, we are spiritually all connected in one collective consciousness. We honor that. I invite you to open your eyes as you feel comfortable to do so, and just allow that feeling to permeate all through your body, knowing that you too are the love of God, the love of Christ, in awareness and radiating through and in this space. And so it is. Amen. Before you do that, John, you can play if you want. That's even better. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
John. So John is moving out of this state with family. And I think it would behoove me not to just say a few words about the history, the love, the life, the heart, the music, the song. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack you. Truth, spiritual truth in action through words, through music, through notes, through song. That's who he's been for us. He has been through many, many, many seasons, just as probably similar to what we're going through now. It's part of life. It's what happens. And so I just want to say to you, we're holding a vision that you'll be back. You'll sneak in on us in the fall. Yeah. And at the same time, allowing whatever season, whatever life, whatever next chapter it is for you, that you'll never leave us, ever. I want you to know that. You are embedded deep in our hearts. And for that, we honor you on whatever path that is. Can we please give him a round of applause and a standing ovation?
Wow. Thank you so much. And thank you, Bobby, for those heartfelt words and the joyous affirmation. And I could only wish that I could tell you how much you mean to me and how this town, this congregation have shaped me and made me who I am. So it's hard to leave. I'll say more about it later. I live on a big blue ball. I never do dream I might fall, but even the day that I do, I'll jump off and smile back at you. I don't even know where we are. They tell us we're circling a star. Celestial creatures of light. We're children of love shining bright. you walk where evening shadows wash the shore, with radiant sunsets pure as gold. Divine love shines in starlight evermore. Creation's power and beauty unfold. We're learning as children to let go, surrender to the sacred river's flow, looking within for what we know. Spirit will guide us as we grow. We're riding a big blue ball. We never do dream we might fall. Universal love surrounds us all, sustaining all spirits, great and small. We live on a big blue ball, and universal love surrounds us all. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Ah, beloved community. Why don't we just all take a big breath together? You want to? The breath of life together. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in slowly and then exhaling. The most simplest way of all to become centered. Because if you're anything like me this week, you likely needed that. Another breath. I don't know how many times this week I've said to somebody, let's just take a breath. The breath. Back to recentering. The daily word this week is comforted. And I have to tell you, when I saw that word, something in me exhaled. Because I believe this community at exactly this moment needed that word, comforted. Not fixed, not resolved, not explained away. Simply comforted. There's a difference, you know. To be fixed means the problem goes away. To be comforted means that we're still in the middle of whatever is real, hard and unresolved. However, love shows up anyway in whatever its forms are. Love wraps around you anyway. Love says, I'm here. Love says, you are not alone. This is not the end of the story. That's the neat thing about comforted. This is what I want us to all sit in together today. Every community, every family, every congregation, every circle of people who actually love each other, they go through seasons of pressure, of change, of shift, of imbalance, imperfection. Unity teaching reminds us that Life is not a straight, smooth road. It's a spiritual curriculum. And the chapters that stretch us the most are most often the ones that are difficult. They're also the ones that change us the most, for the better if we let them. There's a teaching I love about two arrows. You may have heard of it before. It's a famous Buddhist scripture called Sala Sutta. Sala Sutta. Forgive me for those Buddhist people who I did not say that right. Sala stands for arrow or dart. Sutta stands for discourse. The Buddha described it this way. When something painful happens, a conflict, a loss, a moment of misalignment, that is the first arrow. It hurts. It's real, and we don't pretend otherwise. But the second arrow is what we do with that pain. It's the story we tell about it, the shame we pile on top of it, the fear that multiplies it, the worry that spirals it into imagined futures that haven't even happened yet. Anybody ever experienced that? You see, the first arrow comes from life. The second arrow, the story says, we shoot at ourselves. In Unity, we're not asked to be invulnerable to the first arrow. We are asked to practice catching ourselves before we shoot the second one. And that is exactly what a healthy spiritual community can do for each other. When one of us gets stuck in a spiral, the community can help us come back to truth, back to breath, back to center, back to the present moment where God actually lives. There are moments in spiritual community when comfort does not come from silence, even though our movement is based on silence, hence silent unity. It comes from truth spoken carefully, honestly, and lovingly. And I believe this is one of those moments. This is not about shame, it's about accountability. In 2024, I began a journey that includes sobriety and greater awareness of the use of my words and actions. This was based on some behaviors that I had started from my young teenage years. Not showing up as my best Christ self. Not showing up with what one would call in seminary a ministerial presence. And I want you to hear clearly from me that I'm not standing here claiming perfection and never have. I have made mistakes. And if you want to ask me about them more specifically and more detailed, my phone number is on the website. I invite you to call me. In a safe space, we'll have coffee, tea, not alcohol. And we'll have conversation around my humanness and some mistakes that I've made. I am standing here committed to growth. Committed to growth. Because leadership is not the absence of mistakes. And if anybody's ever been a perfect leader, I invite you to join in the reign with Jesus. Leadership is what we do when we recognize growth, healing, and accountability are needed. I remember one of my dear congregants here who came up to me right after I had become the senior minister and said to me, just be your best authentic self. Which one? The authentic ego or the authentic Christ? that's where it gets a little skewed. You see, if we believe that we are both of that and that we have that opportunity, not everything is always going to come from our best Christ self. My ego wasn't ready to become its best Christ self. And so as a new minister, I made some mistakes. Ones that I'm growing through. But because leadership includes accountability, growth, and repair, I want you to know what your board and I are doing together moving forward regarding me and my future here at Unity of Louisville. The board and I discussed and decided for me to take a temporary hiatus from Sunday Talks to support my personal healing work and continued growth. I will continue serving in my other leadership abilities and responsibilities, platforming, supporting our guest speakers, which I love being an angel for them, leading the events and ministry leaders ministries, supporting the gala and honoring Alan Shearer, and remaining engaged in my ministerial life that I so am passionate about. I've begun a mentorship with Reverend Pat Williamson of Unity of Minneapolis, who has 42 years of experience as a Unity minister and is so excited to help me learn and grow. He's a spectacular individual, which I got to do a retreat with and was totally willing to step up into the role of supporting me and how I can show up better as a minister. I will also continue both group and individual healing work, including my AA and some other personal therapy, with accountability to the board while maintaining appropriate confidentiality to the congregation. I am embracing this as healthy leadership accountability, personal development, and investment in my own healing for myself, for this ministry, and for our future together. And I want to say this clearly to anyone who has felt confused, unsettled, hurt, disappointed, protective, worried, or simply exhausted by all of this. I understand. And I'm deeply sorry that you had to be a part of this. Communities carry tender hearts at many times, and churches are not built by perfect people who never struggle. Spiritual community is built by people willing to tell the truth, learn and grow, and keep choosing love. This is what I'm committed to doing, and that's what I hope we can continue doing together. I deeply appreciate the way the board has held me accountable, but at the same time used unity principles to support both this church and me through this process. I want to close today's message by returning to something that I believe with my whole heart about what a spiritual community is called to be. The original article I found just a few weeks ago was written by Dr. Sean Tobin. Dr. Tobin says that most people, if you ask them what a church is, would reach for something soft and gentle. It's a community, a place to belong, a space to encounter God and be encouraged for the week ahead. None of that's wrong exactly, but something essential has gone missing, and I think we feel it more than we admit. The word Jesus used, the word we translate as church, is the Greek word ekklesia. Ekklesia. It was not a religious term. Before the early Christians adopted it, it was described as a very specific kind of gathering in Athens, an assembly convened to make, believe it or not, military decisions, elect officials, and declare war. It was a governing authority in action, a people called out for a purpose that could not be reduced to ceremony or comfort. And those are the words of Dr. Tobin. That is the word Jesus chose. Ecclesia. Not a word for sanctuary, not a word for social gathering, a word that carried in its very bones the idea of a mobilized people for something greater than their individual good. Dr. Turbin goes further to say, ecclesia is not a place you go to feel good. It's a people who carry Christ out into the world. What a powerful thought. To those who thought they were here to just get plump in the pews, Jesus had a different calling, a different reason, something to stand for. Here's what I know about this community. I believe you are that. I believe you are. You have proven it this season. You have sat with hard things. You've held grief, uncertainty, and conflict without shattering. That's ecclesia. A church that only ever gathers in ease, that avoids conflict, smooths over everything, and pretends everything and is fine, slowly, ultimately dies. At Unity, we call that spiritual bypass. Oh, everything is good, and sweep it under the rug. And folks, it doesn't happen all at once. Quietly, the gifts are still there, the love is still present, but the life of the church retreats. What we are doing right now, naming what has happened, holding each other accountable, holding me accountable, the board accountable, extending grace and continuing forward. This is the opposite of retreat. This is a community alive, willing to stand in it, to make a difference. Unity teaching does not promise a life without first arrows. Life is going to deal us some stabs and blows. What it does promise us is that the presence of the divine is in us and with us as we face them. It promises us that we are not our worst moments. It promises us that consciousness, chosen deliberately, even in the hard moments, transforms everything it touches. Everything. So let me bring us home to where it all began, the daily word. Comforted. I want to read that affirmation from the daily word this week and let it just settle and permeate all over who we are. I am held in the arms of divine love. And every challenge and every uncertainty and every moment that feels too heavy, then I know I am held. I know I am held. I am held. This is not a pretty idea. It's a spiritual fact. Whatever you are carrying today, whether it has anything to do with what I've shared or whether it's something entirely on your own, I want you to know that that same love that holds this community holds you individually, specifically, and completely. You did not come here today for nothing. You came because something in you knows that in community, in presence, in love, in sanctuary, there is comfort. Not the comfort that means everything is easy. The comfort that means you are not alone. You are seen. You belong here. And we are going to walk forward together. That's what I believe. This is what community embodies. This community embodies that. That is what I'm committing to more deeply than ever to serve. I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes just for a moment. Place your hand on your heart and take a breath in. And just allow us to feel that love, that life, that energy that is Unity of Louisville settled from your hand into your heart. The many years that you've invested, the many days you've invested, the time, the love, the life that is you. The people who have gone from us now, like Alan and others, who right now are holding, I believe, a beautiful, strong, amazing high watch and light over this church, who are sending their ethereal energy into us, and we receive it today. This church is sacred, sacred holy ground, and each of us are a part of that. And without any one of us, it's not the same. The collective whole of this space is love and light, decades of tradition, messages shared, life saved. And one thing we know, you are loved, you are held, you are not alone, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.
This is a song, well, I've sung these songs here before, and today I selfishly chose songs that really speak to me, and I hope that through that process they speak to you as well. And I want to thank you for these years, letting me sing for you. It's massive to me, this whole experience, so thank you. I'm struggling to breathe today, and I think the words in your talk helped me deal with that, Bobby, and I'm grateful for that. This song is called My Company of Friends. That seems appropriate. When I die, let them judge me by my company of friends. Let them know me as the footprints that I left upon the sand. Let them laugh for all the laughter. Let them cry for laughter's end. But when I die, let them judge me by my company of friends. When I die, let them toast to all the things that I believe. Let them raise a glass to consciousness, not spill a drop for grief. Let the bubbles rise at midnight. Let their tongues go light as thieves. But when I die, let them toast to all the things that I believe. I believe in restless hunger. I believe in red balloons. I believe in private thunder. In the end, I do believe. I believe in inspiration. I believe in lightning bugs. I believe in slow creation. In the end, I do believe. I believe in ink on paper. I believe in lips on ears. I believe what's shared is savored. In the end, I do believe. I believe in work on Sundays. I believe in raising barns. I believe in wasting Mondays. In the end, I do believe. I believe in intuition. I believe in being wrong. I believe in contradiction. In the end, I do believe. I believe in living smitten. I believe all hearts will mend. I believe our book is written by our company of friends. So when I die, let them judge me by my company of friends. Let them know me as the footprints that I left upon the sand. Let them cry for laughter's end. Let them laugh for all their laughter. But when I die, let them judge me by my company of friends. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you. I love you forever. Thank you. Thank you.
We now open our hearts to the flow of giving and receiving. You may share your gift as the ushers come forward, or you may give online at unityoflouisville.org, by text, by mail, or with the QR code on your bulletin or the screen. However you choose to give, we are grateful. Let us affirm our prosperity proclamation together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we thank you. We affirm these gifts of love and know they will flow in and through Unity of Louisville, blessing the givers and all those who receive. I now turn it over to Bobby for announcements.
Okay, so we've got lots here, so I'll share it with you fairly quickly. First of all, just a reminder, we are doing a prayer circle in the alcove on Sunday mornings at 10:45. Anybody that wants to join us, and it's led by our prayer chaplain leader, Frank. Also, Oneness Blessing is today at 12:15 in the Barrett Room. Exploring Watercolors on Tuesday at 2 p.m. in the Barrett Room. You must RSVP with Deanna on that. Breaking Bread is coming up at the Yellow Cactus on Tuesday, 5:26. Also, Community Listening Circle with Diane Robinson will be 5:31. I was not going to be here. I won't be speaking, but I will be here for that now to join you all. And that's right after our service. And then Wisdom Keepers will be on Friday, June the 5th at 2 p.m. Fishing with Friends is on June the 7th, hosted by Serena Farrell. And then, that's where we are now. Oh, the retreat is on 8/14, so you can reach out to Judy Snyder on that. And also, there's a sale going on. Nobody wants to miss a sale for the Youth and Family Ministries. I believe it's half price. Am I correct on that? Well, close to half price on all T-shirts, hoodies, zip-ups. So if you need a birthday gift, Christmas gift, I know it's early, but this is half price or close to it. So don't miss that opportunity. And they're all out there spread out. Thank you, Robin and Jean, for handling that. So that's all the announcements.
Next week, our speaker will be Reverend Diane Robinson. We turn our hearts toward our youth program, affirming that they are learning, growing, and shining as living expressions of unity principles. May we bless them now. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ-like you are.
Before we do that, I want to shout, I missed our little Facebook people, and we don't want to miss some of these people, right? Muhammad says, good morning, everybody. Colleen Musk says, good morning. Kennedy says, good morning. Let's see here. Muhammad said, amen. He said, good morning and amen. All right, did I miss anybody? Let's see here. Denise Noel Steelberg says, good morning. And Cindy Dalgarn says, I first met John Gates through the late Carr Foster. What a delightful gift. He has so generously shared with us these many years. May joy go with you, man of song. So sweet. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Now, will you join me as we say the prayer for protection? The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. And now join as we make a circle to sing our peace song. When you return to your seats, please be sure to collect all your belongings and trash.